Today, I want to share with you something really incredible, which is what is my working method when I do my work and the things that I have to do every single day. How do I deal with delays and unexpected stuff? And also, what is the time frame that I use? Like, do I use time blocking? Do I use the Pomodoro technique? What do I use particularly to make my day as productive as possible? So now the first thing that is the most important thing and when I want to start working is basically is my setup neat. So that's the first thing that I try to do most of the times to make everything clear in my desk, and I remove everything to reduce distraction. But the most important thing for me, at least in this year, I would say, is the work quality that I'm doing. And the work quality comes from two things. One, focusing on the right task, and two, the time. So when I want to do a task, I do it for let's say for a period of time. And what task do I do? So when I do a task, for an example, that is, let's say that I have few tasks. One of them is important, one of them is not very important, and then one of them is kind of important. I tend to focus on the most important tasks and the urgent task first, and then focus later on the tasks that are not very, very important. But mainly, this is the time frame that I use. I used to do the Pomodoro technique, which is 25 minutes and then take a break for 5 minutes, and it worked for me for a while. And later on, I tried another method, which is doing for 2 hours and then take a break for half an hour. So both those methods didn't work for me personally, and I will tell you why. With the Pomodoro technique, I was loving it. It's awesome technique. It's an amazing technique, but there's only one flaw that this technique has, which is when you do this technique for 25 minutes, sometimes you don't get to focus until you are 10 minutes in, or sometimes you're even 15 minutes in, and then when this bell or something hits, you lose concentration. And it's really good for those who are beginning for the first time in their life. They're not having a really long focus time. But I understood over time that you can reach a situation which is called flow, where you are working for a very long time without the need to take a break. Now, I tried the 2 hours method, but it didn't work for me because I started thinking about the time. When is it going to finish? And is it going to finish fast? Is it going to finish slow? Is it taking too much time for me to take a break? I was thinking about the break in the back of my head too much. But later on, I discovered something that is in the middle, which is working for me at least best. It's not 1 hour, it's 50 minutes of work and 10 minutes of rest. So basically, it combines the 2 hours method, which is a block, and also it combines the Pomodoro technique. It's basically double Pomodoros and then one long rest. Now, after I do every, let's say, 3 Pomodoros, 4 Pomodoros, not Pomodoros, like every 2 50 minutes, 3 50 minutes, or 4 50 minutes, I would call them 50s. So when I do 50s, I do 3 50s, and after that, I take a break, like a long break, let's say half an hour to an hour. And I thought that was working for me best because I started able to focus for a longer period of time. I didn't need to change my position and start fidgeting anymore. It just everything becomes more comfortable and natural for me. Now, here's the catch. Sometimes you're not able to reach the 15 minutes. Sometimes I'm able to reach only 45 minutes, and then I start feeling like I need to leave the room or something like that. Now, I would suggest that you find your own time. Experiment with the 25. Experiment with the 2 hours. Don't make everything restricted. Don't go to the internet and ask what is the best working method and just try that and stick with it. Okay, listen to everybody and then do one of them. The most important thing is that you find only one method and you work on it at a time. For example, for 1 month, you work only on the Pomodoro technique. If it works for you, Voila, awesome. If it doesn't work for you, go to the next one, which is, let's say, the 2 hours. If it doesn't work for you, work for the 50 minutes. But I would suggest if you go with me and go for the 50 minutes first and then Pomodoro and then 2 hours. Just find your way. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great day and take care.